everybody. It's time to LOL. Listen out loud, that is. It's time for Anime Jam Session with DJ Ranma S, Mako-chan, and Ari Rockefeller.
Hey everyone, welcome to Anime Jam Session, episode number 662. We are that podcast that talks about anime, games, conventions, the fandom, geek stuff, and everything in between. I'm DJ Ranma S.
I'm Ari Rockefeller.
And I am Mako-chan.
Mako, you might want to turn up your microphone just a scooch. And I think I've actually positioned my microphone in a place where it's not so bad, where I can actually talk and you can hear me, and I can actually see my monitor without any issues and stuff like that. Thank God for the little things.
Mm-hmm.
Better?
A little bit
No.
more. All right, let's hear you. Oh, excuse me.
I said give me a second.
Oh, excuse me, princess. Oh, Pod Culture, she knows. I just needed to turn up the microphone. That's all.
Better?
Oh, much better.
Okie then.
Yeah. For a split second, I thought we'd have to retire that thing, and it hasn't even been up there that long. So, yeah, no.
Shoot the damn thing.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm.
Probably got messed with when we were moving crap out of the room.
Well, I'm probably going to have to put my streamer out into the pasture soon if I can't figure out how to turn off this damn monitoring effect, because I'm probably one of the few people in the world that do not like to hear themselves in the microphone. I really don't. So, I will figure it out one way or another. Then again, Mike, I'm long overdue to actually re-image my computer, which is something I usually do every year. Like when I have that 2 week break from work, I usually will do it. Like maybe that weekend before I go back to work or something like that, I'll just sit down and knock it out because it takes like not even 20 minutes for me to put in a fresh copy of Windows, and then another half hour if that to load up Adobe and Office, and then all the little applications as I come along. So I'm one of those where as long as I have the main applications installed, I'm good, and all the little applications I'll install as I need them. That way I don't install shit that I don't actually need. So anywho, now that we got that out the way, welcome to Anime Jam Session episode number 662. How's everybody doing tonight?
Ugh.
Tell us
Eh.
how. Tell us how you really feel. Anywho, we are live tonight, week of January 28th, 2025, right here on Twitch TV. We're here live Tuesdays from 9 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern. You will always find us at Twitch TV/Anime Jam Session. We're also proud to be part of the Voice of Geeks Network at VogNetwork.com. And you can always find them on Twitch as well as our Twitch TV/VogNetwork. And come hang out on our Discord, vognetwork.com/Discord. Every show is part of the Voice of Geeks Network, has their own channel, so come through, hang out, and have a good time. And we're one of the few places where the pool is basically open all year round, so.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I know, right? I actually knew somebody actually had a massive indoor pool. I was like, holy shit.
That was a nice pool.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. All right, so now we got that all out of the way. I know we were off last week unexpectedly. So basically, a couple of people were out sick, and then usually when that happens, there's always generally one or two people I can call up and see if they're available to kind of cover for hosting duties, and they weren't available, so we took it in unexpectedly day off. So our apologies.
Sorry.
Yeah. But again, you also got to remember the way I do it like this, as our health is a little bit more important than doing a show. So if we're sick, don't even bother jumping on the stream. That's the way I look at it. So now that we got that out the way, we're going to go around the room and ask everyone how was their week and how was their day. So Ari, how was your week? How was your day?
Well, I did get paid this weekend, so
Ka-ching.
there's that. got the mortgage taken care of, and other than
Mm.
that, it's just mostly been work-related stuff.
Mm.
This past weekend, I had a friend over to watch the game with me,
Mm.
and needless to say, we are hyped to the gills for the Super Bowl.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm. And well, that's about it, really. I'm sorry it wasn't very you know, exciting, but you know, that's just all there is to it.
I wouldn't say that now. That what you did was exciting, and if other people can't accept that, then that's on them.
Yeah, we enjoyed it.
There you
Ugh.
go. See, that's all. That's all you need
Also,
to
he
know.
gave me my we gave her he exchanged gifts, Christmas
Mm-hmm.
gifts because it was belated. But he got me a copy of Dragon Quest 3 for the PS5, so that was nice.
Wait,
Oh,
Dragon Quest 3 for the PS5?
Yeah, remake.
There is a Dragon Quest 3 remake for the PlayStation 5?
Hmm. Yeah, the HD 2D
Oh,
remake.
that one. That one. Oh, okay. I'm thinking like they did like a brand. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I have yet to pick that up. I'm probably gonna end up picking that up for Switch, but I'm now in the mindset of I will not buy any new games day one unless it comes with a pre-order bonus. If there is no pre-order bonus, I will wait till the game goes on sale because I have tons of games as it is. Because I'll get into it in just during my weekend days.
That and the more you pre-order stuff, the more companies will think it's okay to rush shit out the door that's half finished and requires tons of you know first first day and first week patches.
Well, here's your game. Load, install, day one patch, 100 gigs. Ah, fuck me.
Fuck.
Take this perfect opportunity time to read the strategy guide or look up the FAQ or find some cool tips and tricks.
Mm. So yeah, that's how things have been going for me.
Mm. Mako-chan, how was your week and how was your day?
Um, exhausting?
Fair.
Yeah, so I was not feeling well last week,
Mm-hmm.
but uh, I guess the Tuesday before that, or no, the Wednesday before that
Mm-hmm.
was bulk garbage day. So we ended up taking one of the big pieces that I had in my office out to the curb. We were going to try and make a desk out of it. It just wasn't going to work. Um, so that leads to this past weekend where I went looking for desk supplies at IKEA to get ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And then went to an Asian food market and spent way too much money.
Well, Asian snacks are expensive as it is, so.
It wasn't even the snacks, considering I purchased 6 of those huge bottles of tea for $5.99 each.
True.
What kind of tea was it?
Green
Uh,
tea, the oi
uh,
ocha teas.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the Ito-en
Itoen,
teas.
yes.
Yeah, so I got 2 green tea, 2 matcha tea, and 2 jasmine tea. And now I'm still sucking tea down.
Mm.
Worth it though.
I probably
Yeah,
would
it
have.
sounds like you guys definitely had a lot more fun this past week than I did.
I guess because the thing is, I had a couple of things to do. Like so during my weekend day, um, for those of you who remember, when I went to IKEA back in September, I purchased a brand new bed frame and I got drawers to put down. I didn't realize because my quote unquote acquaintance he rushed me out of the store, so I ended up buying the wrong size drawers. Thankfully, I was able to do an even exchange and get the right size ones. They're not full because I have 2 boxes over here that I need to sort through and organize, and I believe one of those boxes are full of empty Switch case boxes, which I'm probably going to see about putting in storage because I don't need them. Because let's be real. Let me see. Where is it? There we go. Again, let's be real. If you have a Nintendo Switch, you probably have something like this to store all of your Switch games in anyway. So,
Yeah,
Maybe.
and as I open it up, I have four. I'm trying to figure out how many spaces I have left. 4, 10, 17 spaces left, and I think I and I want to say that I recently bought a Switch game that I haven't pulled out yet or something. But then again, I have my other carrying case which has like 10 games, so I think I have like 50 physical Switch games or something like that.
Don't want to lose any of those cases.
There have been times where I thought I've had a panic attack thinking that I had lost that case or misplaced it.
Yeah, that would cause me to panic too.
Well, if Samsung actually comes up with those micro mini tracker devices, I might end up buying one and throwing one in there just to cover my arse. Maybe it might come down to that. So there's that. So anywho, so we went to IKEA. I got the right size drawers. Unfortunately, they didn't have the color that I wanted. So the bed itself is black, but the drawers are brown. But the inside of the drawers are black, so nobody's gonna see the brown. So I'm like, I ain't even worried about it. So I also got a bookcase that I put up, and what I did was I put all of my video games up and it evened them out. So I basically have 30 physical Xbox One, Xbox Series X games. I have about 30 PlayStation 4 games. I have 9 PlayStation 5 games. And then I have like the collector's editions, the ones that come in the fancy boxes and stuff, sitting on top. The only one game I do not have here that's in storage is my Re-Zero collector's edition game I purchased. It's in a massive box, which is still sealed, by the way, because I have not yet to play the game. But it's on sale for like $8 on Steam. So I'm seriously thinking about purchasing it. Haven't decided yet. Kind of surprised that the digital copy on the PlayStation Store isn't cheap yet. So it is what it is. So there's that. And then we did hit up the Asian supermarket, and I bought some candies and stuff. If you look very carefully behind me, you'll see 2 containers of cup noodle curry sitting up there, and there is a box of pizza pretz in front of it. The rest of the chips are sitting in a bag by the closet over here. And I actually took to work the white peach Oreos, the gummies, the high chews, and 2 boxes of pretz, and they're sitting in my drawer. And I've been kind of sharing the gummies, the high chews, and the Oreos. And I discovered one of my coworkers absolutely hates Oreos, has a bit of a fear of Oreos.
How's that happen?
Well, when she was a young girl, she ate a lot of them, and well, what happens when you eat too much of a good thing?
You end up getting sick of them?
And what usually happens after that?
Oh wait, did she like gorge herself on them and then get really sick from them?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that'll do it, I guess.
Yeah. And I guess, so I look at this, I guess when you're very young and you do something like that and you see it coming back, it kind of messes with your head, so. And I totally
Just a
get
little
that.
bit.
Yeah. And, I was trying to entice her because when you open the package, you really smell the peach flavor from the Oreos. So, and then again, I don't even think American Oreos have that scent. Not flavor, that scent when you open up the package.
It just smells sweet.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah, but these, like, you actually smell the scent of whatever the flavor is supposed to be. So, I think that's kind of cool. And that's basically been our weekend day. So basically, kind of, sort of, adulting, adulting, adulting. So now we got that out the way. We're gonna get into a little bit of housekeeping here. Give you some updates. Don't forget, episodes of the show are available on our podcast or on our podcast VODs. You can find them at youtube.com/anime jam session. Click on podcasts and you'll see a playlist here of all the episodes. You click on that and you'll be able to see the most latest ones. Episodes do go up are available Thursdays at 12 noon. And I'm going to check this out. Friend of the show, Wisteria Witch VT, is doing Fans View Friday again. And this time she is doing Animazement 99. And I'm going to have to be there for that because that was the first year I actually cosplayed Ranma Saotome. I don't know if my picture is on there, but it was the first year I decided to do that cosplay. So good times all around. Let's see, what else do we have here? Yeah, that is it. Wanted to bring this up. A few of us are going to the PGSM Super Live Tour. The tour kicks off in March, but tickets are available now, quote unquote. I say now in quotes because if you have the pre-sale code or if you're part of certain groups and organizations, you will get a code to check it out. General ticket sales are available on Friday. So a bunch of us are hitting up the New York City show. So if you see us, say hi. We'll be in cosplay/casual cosplay. We'll just be chilling, hanging out, and all that good stuff. For more information, I believe you can go to thesuperlive.com. All information is there. Or if you go...
are constantly coming out with new cities that they will be coming to,
including Philadelphia.
At least they're not greasing the poles for the Senshi. Meanwhile, Canada and California is all butthurt about it. I'm just like, sorry, I mean, at least, but look at London. They're getting... There's a team being in London for 2 straight months doing shows. Tell me that's not awesome.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me though.
Yeah. I didn't think it'd be like a whole 2-month thing, but I thought they'd be there for like a couple of weeks and that's it. But I think that's still kind of cool though. Maybe, who knows? I you know what? A part of me feels that they already had dates available, because if you notice how spread out the dates and the shows are, they probably had stuff on backup just in case, based on ticket sales. So that's what I think. So basically, East Coast and the Midwest are going to have a fun time. And now that I think about it, this will be my third Miyu show that I have seen. The first one was Anime Matsuri 2016, when they actually had the cast come and do a quick show, like a 45-minute show, which I believe I have recorded somewhere. I think I have to double check that. Let's see, what else do I have here? Then there was the actual show in New York City. That was like what, 2019, wasn't it?
I think that was before that.
2018?
Might have been.
Okay.
And
I just remember that when we got there, we were the first ones on the line.
Mm-hmm.
And the merch,
you guys.
And the merch sold out quick.
Yeah, because the show that we ended up going to was the last show. So they ran out of everything.
Oh, right. Hopefully they know this. Hopefully they're fully prepared this time.
I hope so.
I just want a shirt, a lanyard, and probably a light stick, maybe. If they have any cool trading cards or something, I might pick those up too. At least, hopefully, this time around, I don't have to worry about getting messages from people like, "Can you get this for me? Can you get that for me?" So, see, here's the thing. I think maybe a third of the people who asked me to get me stuff, I got them stuff because they sent me money. Everybody else is like, First of all, I don't know you that well. And secondly, I don't know you that well, but you're going to need to pony up money first. So, it's it. And that's that. And now that we got that out the way, we're going to get into Geek Roundtable. This is the part of the show where we talk more about the geekier aspects of our lives and the kind of cooler stuff behind that. So, what do you have for Geek Roundtable today there, Ari?
It's not as geeky as some of the other things I have, but it does have some use. I bought one of these little check like tally boxes
Yeah.
that what you do is it has values from like $5 up to 500, and you put money in at the top here,
Mm-hmm.
and as you mark them off, the total builds up, and down there at the bottom, if you see, when you clear the whole board, you should have 10 grand in there.
I think that's a kind of a cool idea.
I know, but yeah, it might come off as like, I don't know, maybe childish or whatever, but if it gets me to put money in there and have, it's just like a wooden box with some money in it, but by the time it's done, it'll be a wooden box with 10 grand in it,
Yeah.
ideally.
Meme, not guess memes or whatever you want to call these, but where it's a savings money meme project where you put a dollar,
A certain amount of money in it in per day or however.
yeah, then the price and the monetary amount increases per day and stuff like that.
I've done stuff like that too, but this feels a little more, I don't want a little more present, I guess.
Practical.
I mean, oh, pardon me. Not feeling good today. But
No.
Yeah, I know that's not too exciting, but it may help me in the future. So
No, I totally get that because behind me, on the floor, I have 3 empty juice bottles, pennies, nickels, and dimes, and the thing is, for the longest, I never had anything to put in there because most of the time, I don't buy a lot, I don't carry a lot of cash. But lately, like in the last 2 3 weeks, before I go to work, I've been stopping at the corner store, buying a water or a juice or something, and I always have like a couple of quarters in my pocket, and I just start chucking the quarters on my desk for laundry, because I'm a type of person where if I take my meds, I don't need to drink anything behind it, but sometimes it's like the vitamin or whatever, it's kind of stuck in your throat, but at the same time it's not, and like a good hit of like of liquid will knock it down or something like that. So I've been doing that. So I wish you the best of luck with that. I hope when you fill up as much as you can, you're like, you know what? I got this amount of money. I'm gonna take it to the bank, drop it in a savings account, wash, rinse, repeat.
we'll see.
Yeah,
Or go on vacation.
everybody can use a vacation.
hmm
All right, Mako John, what do you have for a Geek Roundtable?
I have an internet kitty.
And who is this internet kitty? 'Cause I heard
Uh,
Pod Culture mention his name. Cat's name is Tater Tot or something. I wasn't
yes,
fully paying
this
attention.
Tot.
It's what?
This is Tater Tot.
All right, now for those of you who don't know, who is Tater Tot?
So Tater Tot was a little itty bitty kitty
Yeah.
who was found actually by a dog, and all 4 paws were misshapen, and this little itty bitty kitty also had a cleft palate or a hole on the roof of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
So there was a whole online thing because uh, the rescue posted about him trying to get donations
Mm-hmm.
because obviously he was in need of serious help. So the best part about him is that he has angry eyebrows. So just about every single picture of him is just this angry scowl.
Mm.
He became an internet meme with his bonkers, which are the basically little casts that he has on all of his feet, and his just no shits given attitude. And he just kept going, and everything that life kind of threw at him, he just kept going until, unfortunately, one day he just was not okay anymore. But he is still in a lot of people's hearts. People went and got tattoos and various other memorials for him.
Mm.
And the person that ran the rescue, who also was fostering him, they did finally go on to a plushie website and have a plushie of him made up. So this is my Tater Tot plush with his little toy strawberry, which says "Keep going out of spite."
Gee, sounds just like somebody I know on this podcast.
Yeah, but there are so many memes and so many different pictures that people have put together. And I actually created a picture, which is of Tater Tot here being compared to the 12th Doctor with his house.
I can see that. I'm about that.
It's very, very fitting. But yeah, so this is Tater Tot.
Hello there, Tater Tot.
Forever memed as one of the best internet kitties.
Mm. All right. So my weekend day is basically not a weekend day. My geek roundtable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've caught up with Sakamoto Days. It's really a good anime. I'm enjoying that. I started a show called Shouju Rhapsody. It's basically a documentary about the history of shouju and the cultural impact on Korea, which was really good. I watched that late last night before going to bed. There's a couple of movies that I do need to sit down and watch. I might have time to do it Saturday before I go out and do some stuff. But me and Mako did a holiday gift exchange, and here's something interesting. I had bought her more stuff for Christmas, but now she's gonna get it for her birthday. Because as I was clearing out underneath my bed to put the drawers, I found a box full of books, and I pull them out. I was like, "Oh, this was part of our Christmas gift. She'll get them for her birthday." But right here, now originally Saturday we were going to do our gift exchange online, where she would tell me when she opened hers, and then I would tell her when I opened mine. But I decided, why wait? Why do that? Might as well just do it live on the show.
Oh, awesome.
I had a feeling that's what you were going to do.
Yeah, so let's take a look here. What you're... Alright. Why is there a giant plush? Wait. What? Wait, what is this? Holy fuck, my Sakurajima! Holy shit! Where did you find this?
I have my ways.
And it's official merch. Sales
That's
outside
really nice. Show it off, man.
from Title. It's a plush Mai Sakurajima from Roscoe Doesn't Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
I love how the glare from your monitor makes it look like he doesn't have a mouth, and when you turn to the side, he does. It's like,
Wait, hold on. Let me see. There we go. If I turn on, see, there we go. There's the mouth. For those of you who probably don't know, like in this new studio, I have to turn on the ceiling light, and then I have a floor lamp over here, which stays on for most of the time because it's an LED lamp. LED light. They don't take up a lot of electricity. And I have a desk lamp. And then on top of the monitor here, I have a light. And back in my old place, I would turn this on at night so that I can work without having to have the other light on. So thank you, Marco. I appreciate that. I am going
You're
to.
welcome. There is still something
Oh, I know.
else.
Oh, I know.
Bag.
I know. I was putting my on the subwoofer. Let's see what else we have here. And we have a coffee mug. Blood, sweat, and coffee. Let it flow through you. I'm probably not going to drink out of this, but I will probably take it to work and put it on display. Is that it, or is there more?
No, that was it.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you again, Mako. I definitely appreciate that.
You were very welcome.
Thank you. All right, let me put this down. I'm going to have to actually find an actual spot to put mine on display for a little bit, and I think I might know. At the head of my bed, there's a space. Two of my suitcases are in there, and there's a box that I bought a rectangular fan in. And what I'm probably going to do is take that box and throw it out. Take the bigger suitcase and put all my cosplay stuff in there. And the smaller suitcase, I'll just have my sitting on that. That would be kind of cool. So, now, Mako, did you see everything that I got you for Christmas?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I opened up the bag and found all the stuff that was in the bag, and then just kept pulling stuff out of the bag that you packed everything in.
Yes, I got her a Deadpool Loungefly bag.
Nice.
It's Deadpool in a van selling chimichangas.
Very fitting.
Yes. And inside there was a couple of lanyards, a pin, not a pin, a keychain. And I got you, I think I threw in there a couple of books too, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And I believe one of them was about making cocktails and stuff, so.
Yes, that was the book that was in there.
Yeah, cocktails from serial killers, something like that.
Cocktails to Die For.
There you go, there it is. So, all right, now we got that all out of the way. We're all caught up. Let's get into some news here. Let's go back when I overstepped one backwards. Okay, so in case you haven't heard already, we're going to talk about this briefly. I think her name is Catherine Salcedo. She goes by Mars Girls on social media. She put out an 11-hour video detailing everything that Vic Mignogna has done. Not talking about his career, the dark side of all the shit that he's pulled.
Yeah.
I have not watched this video. I don't know if I have the patience to. You know, some people say you should put it on 2x, and I'm like, knowing the way my brain was wired, I probably will not be able to figure that. I probably won't be able to understand that. So what I might...
It would just be off. It would just be too off-putting to understand.
Yeah, I might just put it on at work and just have it in the background while I'm working or something like that. Which, you know. Now, this video reminds me of the saying, if you're going to go after the king, make your shot because you only have one. And unfortunately, you can hit Vic directly square in the head and he'll still get up. And that's the sad part.
Yep.
He just doesn't know when to quit.
Exactly. There are too many of his fans that are brainwashed into thinking that he can do no wrong. I'm going to assume that she has like a deep connection with him. I'm going in the ways of being harassed and doxxed and so forth. I did reach out.
She gets targeted a lot because she's exposing his bullshit.
Yes.
And calling him out on it.
Mm-hmm. And I don't blame her, and I respect her for that. I did reach out to see if I could get like a comment or a statement regarding this, but she has not reached back out since I contacted her about it. But it's fine. It's okay. I would assume that there's no need to make a statement. The video stands by itself. And now that we got that out the way, let's actually get into some of the tonight's stories. First, we're going to talk about the quote-unquote Crunchyroll breach. Ari?
Yeah, let me see here.
Mm-hmm.
The company states it has resolved the issue, secured affected accounts, and both of those phrases are in quotes. Crunchyroll spokesman released a statement to Anime News Network on Friday after rumors spread on social media on Thursday that many usernames and passwords of Crunchyroll Premium subscribers were allegedly posted on social media. The full statement reads, "We are aware that login credentials for several streaming services, including Crunchyroll, were posted on social media and have resolved the issue. We have secured the affected accounts, investigated the situation, and determined that there is no evidence that Crunchyroll systems have been compromised. Crunchyroll encourages subscribers to diversify and change passwords regularly and keep them confidential. For any questions regarding account security, fans can visit our customer service help page." And on Thursday, a now deleted Twitter post from user The Real WILSN allegedly featured a list of usernames and passwords from Crunchyroll Premium accounts. Several accounts then stated they saw their usernames and passwords on the list, although this information could not be verified.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the account was suspended.
Yep, I'm looking at it now. Looks like an up and coming voice actor actually accidentally retweeted one of those tweets, but removed it. And I'm looking at some of the comments. There are people that are happy this happened and all of that. No, this is not a good thing. Then again, the people that are happy that this happened are the same people who refuse to pay for anime. These are people who want to buck the system. They feel, I don't need to watch no anime. I'll buy merch and still support your show. It doesn't really work that. And then you got those who
care about those ratings pops.
Yeah, and they're also those same people who don't give a damn about the dub voice actors. These are your ignorant purists who swear subtitled is better. Look, some animes the dub is better. Some animes the subtitled is better. For most people, either or works. I watch my anime in both languages if it's available. If I like it enough, I will go back and rewatch it in English dub. This is me you're talking to. And again, I'll explain this to you. Buying merch, official merch, supports the show. Watching the series through legal streams supports the show. Because all of this trickles down for the most part. Yes, dub voice actors do not get residuals off the projects that they work on. But if the show is popular enough and they see this, this will lead them to getting more roles. Because if the show is popular, the company will acquire the rights to other shows, opening up for more roles for voice actors.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how it works. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. And I still believe in password sharing for the most part, because technically they're still getting paid for. You're still contributing to the system one way or another. It's just. But just remember, if you can change your password, tie it to a two-factor authentication, and make sure that everything goes the way it should. And for some reason, the rundown is not working. Let me refresh. There we go. All right. Now that we got that out the way, I believe, Ari, you said you had to jump out due to work.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about it, but
no, I totally understand. Believe you me.
I got an hour plus commute ahead of me tomorrow, so.
Oh, you're at a different stop this time.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. Okay, cool. So
Sorry, man.
Don't worry about it. We'll see you next week.
All right, see you guys later.
All right, man. You take care. All right, let's switch to two-player. Oh. Oops, that's not good. All right, let me see if this. Oh, I see what I did. I had the wrong overlay up from our Christmas show, so let me fix that real quick. If it'll go through, there we go. Perfect. There we go. I'm gonna have to create a 5-button mode, so there's extra spot left on the deck, so I could probably do that. All right, let's see what else is on the docket here. An anime producer becomes new Fuji TV president. I think that's a cool thing. All right, let me go ahead and refresh that and let's get into the story. Fuji TV announced in a press conference on Monday that its president Koichi Minato has stepped down following a scandal on former SMAP member and TV host Masahiro Nakai. The new president replacing Minato is Kenji Shimizu, known for being a producer on such series such as Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, Osamu-kun, and several Gigi no Kitaro series. He has also worked on Dr. Slump and Arale-chan and many, many more. All right, that's really kind of cool. So, Fuji Media Holdings Inc., which is Fuji TV's parent company, also announced the resignation of its chairman Shuji Kano on Monday. Fuji TV has faced massive backlash over its response and handling of the scandal after it came to light back in December. What had happened was back in December, the weekly Bunshun magazine reported that Nakai had reached a 90 million yen settlement out of court with a woman following an incident of non-consensual activity in June of 2023. And if you might think 90 million is a lot of money, maybe equivalent to about $580,000. The report stated that a Fuji TV programming official was involved in arranging the meal where Nakai met the woman and the incident occurred. Reports also said that Minato had also allowed Nakai to continue appearing on the program for 18 months, even after learning about the incident. Fuji TV maintained its stance in the press conference on Monday that its employees were not involved in arranging the meeting. Afterwards, there were reports that senior Fuji TV officials required female TV presenters to attend gatherings to entertain celebrities. Nakai announced his retirement from the industry on January 23rd. All right. After the news of the scandal broke, many companies have since pulled their ads from airing on Fuji TV or have asked the channel to suspend their sponsored programs. The incident has caused other channels such as TBS and NTV to state that they were launching investigations to see if other similar incidents might have taken place. Shimizu stated during the press conference on Monday that the channel will never tolerate acts that violate human rights, adding that the channel will implement measures to prevent any similar incidents from happening again. Fuji TV will conduct an objective and investigative and verification of the facts with an independent attorney leading the investigative committee. Fuji TV has focused on anime program recently, and the news of Shimizu's appointment has led to public and media speculation of the channel's focus on anime in the future. Back in December, Fuji TV announced its long-running Noitaima programming block will start at 11 p.m. on Nationwide Network. The programming block currently airs at 12:55 a.m. starting in April. For those of you who don't really know, the Noitaima programming block is like a late-night programming block of very popular anime titles. Some of you may know of Cabaneri, the Iron Forest. That was one of the Noitaima animation titles. And if you watched it, it would show that it was part of that block. Think of it as like they're in a way sort of like Adult Swim in a way, but for this. So I wouldn't mind more anime, but not at the cost of somebody's career and somebody's bullshit like this, you know. And supposedly, as per what has been said on Twitter, that an account that is connected to Japanese television, about 100 companies are no longer advertising on Fuji TV. Jesus. That's a lot. I guess I'll stick with my NHK then. I mean, it'd be nice. It would be nice if there was an actual app I can watch their programming on my Xbox or my PlayStation 5, but I think there's an app on the TV I can use. It's good enough for me. All right, Mako, kick it off.
Yeah, so Japanese hard rock band BAND-MAID released a digital single song Zen worldwide on January 13th and posted the song's music video on their official YouTube channel. The song is featured as the opening theme for Mappa's original TV anime Zenshu,
Mm,
and the music video was shot in Mappa's office, which just moved
nice.
to Nakano in October. The office itself, where the TV anime Zenshu is being produced, is shown for the first time. That is kind of cool.
It really is. But again, we are big BAND-MAID fans here on here on the program.
Yeah, but just to have them shoot the video in the studio itself is just kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just skimming through the video now, and they've got like everything set up where there's just cubicles and desks and monitors and stuff like that just all over the place. And they're just, in the middle of it jamming.
That's your kind of jam anyway, so.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the page, I see a listing for this anime. I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. That sounds like something that I need to watch.
uh,
All
but
right.
yes, anybody that is interested in, seeing the show, it is one of those that is on Crunchyroll.
Mm-hmm. All right, this is a story that we had up on last week's show, but we tried to carry it over because it is very important and it's still relevant. And we're basically talking about the wildfires in Los Angeles. I personally don't know anyone that's lost anyone, but one of my favorite tech YouTubers basically lost his entire house. The only thing that was left standing was the water heater.
Yeah, unfortunately, there were a lot of people that lost
Mm-hmm.
houses. And yeah, it's LA, and everybody's just like, oh, they're all famous and they all have,
Mm-mm.
a ton of money. That's all well and good, but that isn't the only place that had fire
Yep.
damage. And yeah, the homes might have been expensive, but they were family homes. They weren't, homes of celebrities or anything like that. Some of them were generational
Yeah, I was
homes.
about to get into that. Like Altadena was like not a rich area, but you have people there who just continue living in the houses that their family had. All they were doing was just paying the taxes on it. So we want to let you know, since this is what's been going on. Voice actress Amanda Wynn Lee revealed on socials back on January 8th that she and her family had to evacuate their house in the middle of the night that day due to the wildfires that we were just discussing. She stated a few hours later that she had lost her house, and I think she also had a pet turtle called named the Dude, and he did not make it. That following Thursday, Amanda Wynn Lee set up an Amazon registry to help replace what was lost in the fire. She stated that she would not take money. And if you're interested, we can post a link to that in our group chat. I mean, in our, not our group chat, in our live stream chat here if you want to buy something to kind of help out. And that's really cool. That'd be really nice of you. As of right now, she has moved into a temporary house, which is good. So there's that. Her husband is fellow voice actor Jason Lee. Also, according to Mary Elizabeth McGuinn on a Blue Sky post, voice actress Melissa Fawn and her family lost their home in the fire. A GoFundMe has been set up for her family, and when we had this article, it had reached about 44,545 of the goal, which was 45,000. And as I open up the post here, it has gone over. It has gone 51,000 with a goal of 60,000. I'm trying. I want to. Her name is Was she a guest at DerpyCon last year?
Mm,
AAC? Because I could have sworn I did an interview with her. Because if not her, but I'm just saying the name sounds very familiar.
yeah, she's been to a couple of different conventions.
Okay. Okay, let's see what else we have here. We also want to let you know that LA-based manga publisher Tokyopop, I'm just like, still in business? They announced it has contributed $10,000 to BINC, Book Industry Charitable Foundation. They donated 10 grand to BINC's matching gift pool to benefit those in the book and comics industry who have been affected by the wildfires. According to Tokyopop, BINC offers financial assistance, grants, and mental health wellness programs to qualified book and comics store owners and their employees. Tokyopop founder Stu Levy said, I've been an Angelino since birth, so this particular tragedy has hit home like no other. As our hearts go on with those who are affected by the fires, we are immensely grateful to everyone who has contributed to this mission critical community effort. Bink has posted a form on its website for the donation matching efforts. The website states that Dave Pilkey, Forefront Books, Ingram, Macmillan Publishers, Mad Cave Studios, and Tokyopop together match donations up to the size of a total of $55,000. Wow.
Wow.
As of right now, as of press time of this article, the Palisades fire is 49% contained and the Eaton fire is 73% contained. Like I said, this is from a week ago, so most likely those numbers have changed. And I can tell you right now, the Palisades fire is 96% contained, Eaton is 99%, Hughes is 98%, and the Border 2 fire is 88%. So at least we got that going. Japanese musician Yoshiki also had to evacuate his LA home due to the wildfires. The fires canceled the world premiere of the live action Under Ninja film in the city, and the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences had postponed the Academy Award nominations announcements to 5 days ago. All right, fine. And that's basically what's been up since then. So it's. I don't think anybody saw this coming. And I know there are lawsuits against the city due to the reservoir being empty.
Yeah, it's just I think the issue, there's really nothing you can do about being
Mm-hmm.
in a drought.
Mm-hmm.
California is really bad for it. Has been in drought conditions for a very long time. But at the same time, it's just
Mm-hmm.
shit happens. The infrastructure isn't amazing, which is part of the reason why they get fires every damn year.
No, I totally get it. But something just popped in my inbox that might make you feel a little bit better about this.
What's that?
The Steven Universe movie vinyl soundtrack.
Ooh.
See, I figured that would do something for you.
Yeah, that's kind of fun sounding.
I'll send you a link to it later.
Yes, please.
Of course, of course. All right, Marco, what's up with the Cells at Work live action film? I actually want to see this.
So do I. So the official website for the live action film adaptation of Cells at Work has announced that the film's total domestic gross surpassed a milestone of 5 billion yen on January 16th.
Ooh.
According to Animate Times, the film has earned 5,2,624,050 yen, which is about 32 million USD.
Damn.
3.7 million ticket sales in 35 days.
But if you've watched the anime, you'd understand it completely.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So the film debuted on December 13th and stayed at number 1 in the box office ranking for 4 consecutive weekends. Now it has become the 4th top grossing Japanese film of 2024. To commemorate the hit, messages from the 2 lead actors, Mei Nagano, the red blood cell, and Takeru Sata, which is the white blood cell, and director Hideki Takeuchi have posted online. Mei Nagano said, "I'm very happy that the movie Cells at Work has reached so many people and is loved by them. Thank you very much. It has become a major representative work for me. With thanks to the cells that are working hard inside my body, I will continue to do my best today. I hope you all take good care of yourselves." Takeru Sato said, "I'm very happy that so many people have seen the film. Thank you so much to everyone who came to the movie theaters and to everyone who has been spreading the word on SNS and other social media to make this film a big hit. I feel that this blockbuster hit was made possible only with your support. I wish Cells at Work continued success in everyone's mental and physical health. Please take care of yourself during these cold days." And director said, "I'm very happy that the story of the smallest main character in the history of film has been accepted so warmly by so many people in such a big way. I will try not to drink too much, have a physical checkup once a year, and once again take good care of my health and work hard to make films." So the film is going to be released in Taiwan January 24th, the Philippines on January 29th, Hong Kong on February 6th, Thailand on March 13th, and Korea and China also plan to release the film in the near future. Additionally, to encourage foreign residents in Japan to enjoy the film, the English subtitled version will be screened for 7 days from January 31st to February 6th at movie theaters in 3 cities: Shinjuku, Piccadilly in Tokyo, Movix Kyoto in Kyoto, and Namba Park Cinema in Osaka.
Now, here's something interesting. White blood cell is Kenshin.
Well, damn, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I heard it from somebody, so I did a quick Google search. Takeru Sato is Himura Kenshin in the live action Kenshin films.
Well, that's good to know.
Mm-hmm. I think that's really awesome. Oro?
Hello?
By the way, there's going to be a season 2 of the anime, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. Now, this one I wanted to I wanted to discuss real quick about the Square Enix cafe. I want to basically it's closing. They announced that the cafe Tokyo, that Square Enix Cafe Tokyo and Akihabara will permanently close on March 31st after more than 8 years in operation. Square Enix opened the first permanent cafe in Tokyo inside the Yodobashi camera store in Akihabara in 2016. The cafe features time-limited collaborative menus and drinks with different Square Enix properties, as well as shop with merchandise. The current collab is with Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake game, the new game that Ari was discussing earlier that I totally forgot about. And that's going on for the next 3 days. The cafe will reveal its final collab next week. The cafe in Osaka opened in 2017 in Osaka's Umeda area and relocated to a near location on actually didn't even say. But anywho, That cafe closed down in August of 2021. Square Enix also has an official cafe in Shanghai. Square Enix noted that its Artina Cafe shop in Shinjuku, Tokyo will continue to operate. The shop, Square Enix Garden in Shibuya in Tokyo, that opened last year, will also continue operation. Taito, which has operated the Square Enix Cafe Tokyo until now, will announce an official Square Enix merchandise space at a later date after a renovation period. And if those of you wondering, Taito, what does Taito have to do with this? Square Enix purchased Taito several years ago. Now, one thing. I want to say that it's not in Yodobashi camera in the Yodobashi camera store, and I'm looking at one of the pictures. Unless they had two cafes, unless there was two, they must have done some renovation because the Square Enix Cafe is in the walkway of the JR Akihabara train station. I stopped in there a couple of times to check out merch. So, which is why I'm looking at this picture. I'm just like, it doesn't make any sense. So, and as I look into the comments here, somebody's like, where was the cafe? It was on the restaurant floor. Yeah, it wasn't even in Yodobashi camera. It was actually in the walkway when, all right, for those of you who have been to Akihabara, when you walk through there's a main street, there's a main strip that you turn down that opens up into a big area. You're going to pass a couple of restaurants. It's in there. When you walk past there, when you walk through that walkway, you'll see the Square Enix Cafe there. That's where it was. Actually, I actually have a picture of the cafe when I was there back in 2023, and I can tell you this right now. This picture does not align well with what the picture I took. I'm going to assume this is a different Square Enix Cafe. So, but since it's going to be a merch shop, I'm definitely going to swing by there and just check it out. So that'll be cool. All right, we get that out the way here. All right, let's see what else we got here. Come on, refresh for me. Anime studio merger. Mako, can you tell us what's going on with that?
Yeah.
And it's our last story of the night.
So IG Port announced Friday that it is merging the Production IG and Signal MD anime studios, with Production IG becoming the surviving company and Signal MD being dissolved. The merger is going to take effect on June 1st, which marks the start of a new fiscal year for the companies. Both studios are subsidiaries of IG Port. As the merger is between two subsidiary companies, there will be no transfer of stock, money, or other assets. IG Port stated the reason for the merger was to effectively use the management resources of both companies to improve the profitability of the overall group. They added that there will be no changes in Production IG's name, address, business activities, or representatives. The company did not mention what will happen to Signal MD's management or employees. So Signal MD was established in October of 2014. And they produced such anime as Napping Princess, The Wonderland, Demo Memorial Keys, Cyborg 009 Call of Justice, At the Beginning, Platinum End, Dragon Goes House Hunting, Fate Grand Order, the movie Divine Realm of the Round Table Camelot. That is a mouthful. And Colorful Ninja Iromaki. They are most recently associated with Nina the Starry Bride anime, which debuted on October 7th. The studio is also producing the ongoing Shinka Lion Change the World anime alongside Production IG. So, yeah. Uh, I'm guessing, they're saying that this is, strictly for profitability.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna guess that come June 1st, there's going to be quite a few people no longer employed.
Yeah, and IG Port also has other studios underneath its name. I'll just read an article about that. IG Port, as we all know, we know Production IG. There's another company called Xebec, Xebec, Mag Garden, and we all know Wit Studio. If I'm not mistaken, they did Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. So there was basically 5 animation studios under the umbrella. So kind of interesting. And now that we got that out the way, we're now at the part of the show that y'all really like to stick around for and hear us kind of react to. Meanwhile, in Japan. And I don't know, Mako. You got some good ones here.
Yeah, I thought so.
I
Um,
I can't
so
pick.
did not do Dragon Maid. They did the first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan.
Okay.
They did the Ancient Magus Bride.
Okay.
They did Vinland Saga. They did Spy Family.
Okay, that's what it was. Spy Family. Okay. Gotcha.
They also are doing Suicide Squad Isekai.
I need to finish that. I think I'm like three episodes in. I really like it. I hope it gets a dub. So anyhow, let's see. I'm looking here. I mean, these all look great. I'm digging all of these Meanwhile in Japan stories. I just don't know which one to pick. All right, I'll take the last one.
All right, I am going to take the second one.
I guess we saved the first one for next week.
Yeah, we can do that.
Maybe we can convince Barry to join early, to come up a week early and just to cover this one story.
To cover the story.
Yeah, it's right up their alley.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
All right, Mako,
so,
it's all yours.
Yeah. So coolness now includes robbing a 91-year-old woman and treating a whole restaurant to expensive sushi.
What?
Yeah, so when caught committing crimes for economic gain in Japan, it's common for the accused to say their motive was to obtain money for quote-unquote lifestyle expenses. A broad, nebulous term in that it can mean the absolute essentials of a roof over your head and meager meals on your table, but can also be used to indicate the sundry costs of maintaining a desired lifestyle beyond the bare necessities as well. However, a man who's been arrested in Fukuoka Prefecture on charges of dozens of burglaries also had another reason he kept on stealing, because he wanted to look cool. Over the last year and a half or so, if you'd been drinking or dining out in the vicinity of Fukuoka Prefecture, you might have had the seemingly good fortune of sharing the space with a very generous older gentleman, 71-year-old resident Kazunori Inagaki. On occasion, Inagaki would go out to expensive sushi restaurants or bars and announce that he was picking up the tab for every single customer in the place.
Wow.
Bursts of largesse would sometimes cost Inagaki 300,000 yen, which is about $1,900 a pop.
Ooh.
Did it with a smile on his face. So, with such extravagance, you might expect him to be a banker, a financier, an aging showbiz star. However, he reportedly claims to be a strawberry farmer and even owned a compact key car with the license plate 1583, which can be read as Ichi-go-yasan, meaning strawberry farmer. Yeah, so it's not exactly a business that you would normally think of to do so. Um, and you don't really think of it as being a business that would be lucrative. We've even talked about on the show that it's not really lucrative. So what did he do when, he was not growing his strawberries? Well, he was robbing people.
What?
Investigators say that between September of 2023 and October of 2024, he broke into 63 homes in Fukuoka and neighboring prefectures, with the total haul from the burglaries coming to roughly 9.3 million yen.
Ooh.
He primarily targeted homes in rural agricultural communities, breaking in during the day when the owners would be out tending to their fields, stealing cash and gift certificates. In Japan, gift certificates are available for an essentially wide range of retailers and products, and there's also a secondary market where they can be converted to cash and then resold. One of the victims included a 76-year-old woman whose home he stole approximately 140,000 yen last October. This
Ooh,
is
throw the
his
book at him.
initial arrest, at which time he claimed he had no memory of doing that sort of thing. The investigation then turned up evidence of him breaking into the home of a 91-year-old woman in July of 2024, and he has now changed his tune and admitted to all charges he's facing. During
Wow.
questioning, he said that when he started his crime spree, it was because he felt like the welfare pension payments he was receiving weren't enough for him to get by on. But when asked about using the money he'd stolen to treat entire fancy sushi restaurants and bars to dinner and drinks, he said, "I paid for them because I wanted to look cool." Yeah, so of course he never mentioned the fact that he was financing his coolness by robbing elderly women and others. So in the end, he definitely did a very, very bad thing.
Very bad thing.
I can't imagine going and stealing that much money and turning around and just going, "Yeah, I'm going to pay for everybody here to have dinner."
I'm gonna have the chutzpah.
I just, I mean, why can't I meet people like that?
You keep rolling a 1, that's why.
Yeah, well, I need to stop rolling ones. I really need somebody to roll some 20s in my life, please.
Some $20 bills.
I would take that too.
There you go. All right. And now for our last story of night from Meanwhile in Japan. An Osaka woman caused 8 separate traffic accidents in 35 minutes. What? The suspect claimed she wasn't driving dangerously and wasn't driving at all. What the Now, here's something about Osaka. It has very narrow and congested streets, and sometimes occasionally they are baffling. An accident can seem possible at any given moment, but if you don't rush yourself and constantly check those blind spots and go with the flow, avoiding problems is entirely possible. And as a living example, what happens if you do none of those things? A 47-year-old woman who somehow managed to cause 8 traffic accidents in the span of 35 minutes. To clarify, this isn't like a single crash that involved 8 vehicles or people. This woman managed to get into 8 separate collisions at different times and in different places between Osaka Prefecture's Mino City, Yotagawa Ward, and Osaka City. Jesus. All of the incidents took place on Shin Midotsuji Street, a main artery that runs through the northern center of Osaka City. Although busy, Shin Midotsuji is relatively wide and a straight street that's one of the easier routes to drive along. The first collision happened at 7 a.m., wherein the woman hit the car driven by a 46-year-old man and drove off. 6 minutes later, she hit another car driven by a 49-year-old man and drove off yet again, only to collide with a third car driven by a 60-year-old man 2 minutes later. The woman fled that scene as well as managed to drive accident-free for 5 minutes until crashing into a 49-year-old woman riding a scooter at 7:13 a.m. And after driving away from that, she then struck a 57-year-old male pedestrian at 7:21 in the morning and drove away from him for 8 minutes before hitting an 82-year-old pedestrian with her car. She's worse than Captain Janeway. With 6 hit and runs under her belt, she then hit a wall along Shin Midosuji Street and then struck a 33-year-old male motorcyclist around 7:35 in the morning. The cops did catch her shortly after to prevent any more problems. Fortunately, only the 2 pedestrians and the motorcyclist suffered injuries, and none appeared to be severe. No alcohol was found in the woman's system, but she was questioned by police. But when she was questioned by the police, she reportedly said, "I am not driving dangerously enough to cause an accident, and I am not driving a car." It is suggested that she may have had a break with reality. Damn.
I would say so.
Readers of the news couldn't help but compare the incident to their own performance while playing games like Grand Theft Auto. Comments such as, "I totally do that in the game, but not real life. Even if I was playing a game, I limit myself to 5 accidents per half hour. That's exactly how I play Mario Kart." I hear a lot of people tell police they don't remember what they did. I wonder if that's some kind of defense mechanism in the brain. And last one, is that a world record? As Tia DeMary says in our chat room at twitch.tv/animejamsession, she makes Florida drivers look good. Maybe even the Massachusetts drivers. Well, if that's the case, she has to survive the final zones. The final zones of New Jersey and New York City drivers. Good luck with that.
No, you want luck? Final act is LA drivers.
I've never really experienced this. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, it's not even like a driving thing, it's a traffic thing.
Now, here's something interesting. As you might expect, there's no official world record for the most traffic accidents caused in a certain period of time, as that's not really the kind of behavior anyone wants to honor. However, for the sake of comparison, there were about 300,000 reported traffic accidents in Japan in 2022, which boils down to about 1 accident per 2 minutes. That means for a brief period, this woman was causing about 1 accident per 4 minutes and was nearly at pace with the entire nation of Japan. Unfortunately, this means she is unlikely to get a gold license anytime soon, but hopefully she'll get the help she needs and lots of friends who can drive her from places from now on. Wow, that's friggin' outlandish. And on that note, I think it's time that we wrap up the show. Agreed?
Agreed.
Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and pull up. Let's get the closer. Awesome. So if you like tonight's show, tell a friend. Then in turn will tell another friend, and so on and so forth. We're independent bloggers, independent podcasters. So what we like and don't like, we're telling you straight up as is. So if you have any questions about the show, drop us a line at podcast@animejamsession.com. Again, that is podcast@animejamsession.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on any type of podcasting app that's out there. So just fire it up, do a search, find us, and please take a listen. We really appreciate that. And while you can, please check out our website at animejamsession.com, where you'll find not just our weekly podcast, you'll find cosplayer tips and tricks, cosplay interviews, You'll also find editorials, anime reviews, convention reports, links to our YouTube and Facebook pages of cosplay and convention coverage. And if you missed it the first time around, photos from another Anime Con 2024 are up for your viewing pleasure. So definitely check them out. And for those of you who actually commented and liked the photos, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Right now, I am working on DerpyCon photos, and once those are done, I will be posting all of my photo shoots, so you can definitely check those out. Now that we got that out the way, please support us on our social media pages. It's Anime Jam Session on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Blue Sky. Give us a follow. We'll follow you back. Every little bit counts. And for those of you who follow us on those socials, thank you so much. We couldn't do this without y'all. Now, if you're still hanging on, you're still live with us, down below is links to our tip jars. You'll find links to our Stream Elements, Streamlab, and Ko-Fi accounts. If you prefer, you can go ahead and cheer us on with bits, which was done earlier tonight. And if you want to, also sub to the channel. That way you know when we're going live. So everything, so those of you who support us, thank you so much. We couldn't do this show without you. So now we're going to go into last words. Mako-chan.
I am going food shopping this weekend and getting the rest of what I need to make onigiri.
Ooh, onigiri.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make two different types. I'm gonna do tuna and probably some sort of like chicken teriyaki.
You're starting to get me prepped for what I'm going to have for lunch tomorrow. My last words. Well, we made it this far, so it is it, and that's that. And that's it. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. Mako will be here. I'll be here. Ari will be here. Will you be here? We hope that you do. So, I'm Ranma.
And I am Mako-chan.
Great fight. Great night. See you next week.
Good night.
Say goodnight, Mako-chan.
Good night, Mako-chan.
Perfect. Awesome. We're getting out of here. See you all next week.
This podcast has been a production of Anime Jam Session and AJS Productions. No fanboys and fangirls were hurt, maimed, shot, electrocuted, or pistol whipped in this episode. For now. The views, opinions, and thoughts expressed on this show do not reflect the staff or the network as a whole. But we're still right, damn it. For transcripts of this episode, start typing. Check us out at animejamsession.com and vognetwork.com for more information about us and other programming. Jamatane!